All right, so we're going to have some fun, Jim. We're going to switch gears here. I know you're a Cubby fan. How about the Chicago Bears? Who's your favorite player of all time? Is it Mike Singletary?
Yeah, no, there's another one, Blade. I got you.
Yeah, he wanted to send
Baylor reference. You had to stuff it in there somehow.
All right. Hey, this is John Vilade with Vilade Baseball Academy. We're back in the virtual studio, and we've got a great guest today. I've got Jim Robinson with the Boston Red Sox, Chicago, Illinois product. Their current national scouting supervisor, 22 years with the Boston Red Sox, 4 World Series, and former player for the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I also spent some time in the Cubbies organization. It's a real treat. Jim, welcome.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it, man. I'm looking forward to our talk.
Jim, there's a lot of talk about culture in the clubhouse, leadership. What type of premium do you think the Red Sox puts on that right now?
I think it's huge. I mean, we constantly talk about leadership and how this player is going to fit into a clubhouse, whether he's and again, it might not, because he's not a leader doesn't mean he's got bad makeup either. It's just he might be one that, would rather sit back, play the game, follow along, and that's fine too. I think more than anything, we're just trying to identify it.
Yeah.
That way, our staff and our player development people know what they're getting. I think the biggest thing that we worry about on our side is sending them a player, and we're not painting a picture of who this guy is before they get there. And next thing you know, he's doing things that we never would have expected, good or bad, and it just kind of makes you think like you didn't know him well enough. So yeah, that's what we're really charged with doing, and it's not easy, man. I'm telling you, it is hard, and it's something that the guys spend a lot of time on.
And that's a lot of pressure on you guys. And I think it's a great message for kids who want to get scouted, which is you're going to get the extra questions. You're going to get the extra time spent. You're going to get the extra digging around to figure out who you really are. Your character in this game is as important as anything. And your ability to fit into a culture in a major league club or anywhere you're playing. Let's talk about college club. Anywhere you're playing is going to be really important.
In any sport, we can go back and just think of a certain situation where there's a player that, really good player gets traded, gets cut, gets something, and you wonder what is going on. How could that happen? Well, it's just what you said. They had built a culture in their clubhouse with this organization that this particular player just did not fit in.
Yeah.
And the rest of the guys were just not going to accept that. So, And it happens, it'll continue to happen. And what we're trying to do is find the guys that fit in and want to win and do what's right and help bring the Red Sox another championship.
Jim, what are some of the old school scout beliefs that will never change?
I would say, I'd say tools. Tools play. I mean, that used to be what in scouting, like you just did. You didn't even look at performance. You just looked at tools and figured out or thought that, hey, we'll figure this out. But now I think we've grown. We've got an appreciation now for players who might not have great tools, but they have excellent playability and instincts and things. To me, I think that's we're showing more love for those type of players. But I still think at the end of the day, the tools went out, and the tools. You go through all the World Series winners and stuff, and the ones that are making the big plays, the big pitches, they have some big tools in their skill set, and that to me will never go away.
The tools went out. I love it. That should be a T-shirt.
I'm sure James can make one of those.
Yeah, maybe we'll get one for Vilade Baseball Academy. Put that right on the back. Well, let's dive into your baseball career a little bit. You played at Mississippi State for the Bulldogs. Coach Vilade wanted me to ask you, is Starkville the best college baseball atmosphere in the NCAA?
Is that really a question?
That's a
Come on,
question.
guys.
Coach V wanted to know.
Of course it is. It's
Yeah.
not even close. It's not even close. I mean, Duty Noble Field, Polk Dement Stadium, Starkville, Mississippi, Left Field Lounge. I mean, the Bulldog fans are second to none.
Amen, brother. It's a great place to play. And tell me a little bit about getting out of Chicago and getting down to Mississippi State.
Yeah, that was so. I mean, going back in the old days, before there was internet, before there was cell phones or anything like that, I basically learned about Mississippi State reading about Rafael Palmeiro in the Chicago Sun-Times, because the Cubs had just taken him in the first round. I think it was 85, so I was a sophomore in high school. And I mean, we did not even have cable TV. So even though there was ESPN World Series games on, I never saw any of that. And so I learned about it, and I thought, man, this place sounds incredible. And just what we used to do back then, you just wrote a bunch of letters to some of the schools that you liked. Your high school coach helped you out with, stats, or we didn't have film back then, but stats or whatever. And, thankfully, Coach Polk responded to me. And, next thing I know, they're recruiting me. I don't know where they saw me play or anything still to this day. And next thing you know, I'm on a visit down there. It's in the middle of March, and there's like 15,000 people at the game. It's 80 degrees, and my game in Chicago is already canceled because it's 28 and snowing. And I thought, this is pretty easy. So, yeah, so lucky to have an opportunity, and thankful that Coach Polk followed up on a letter and got me down there.
I think it's always what I've heard, though, Jim. If you're good, the scouts will find you.
Oh, well, I got lucky. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I had, Pat McMahon was the recruiting coordinator who was recruiting me. And Pat is just an absolute stud. And he and my brother knew each other. One of my brothers knew each other. And I think once the connection was made there, he pursued it a little more. So thankfully, my brother had a little influence in that as well.
All right, so we're going to have some fun, Jim. We're going to switch gears here. I know you're a Cubby fan. How about the Chicago Bears? Who's your favorite player of all time? Is it Mike Singletary?
Yeah, no, there's another one, Blade. I got you.
Yeah, he
Baylor reference. He had to stuff it in there somehow. No, man, I love Samurai Mike. He was awesome. But no, that favorite Bear of all time, that distinction goes to none other than number 34, Walter Payton.
There we go. Walter Payton. Amazing. And tell me a little bit about what sweetness meant to you when he was playing the game. What did you draw from watching him as a football player?
The toughness was incredible. I mean, and now that, even if you're not from Chicago and new, you can see all the videos and of what he used to do to train, and his streak of longevity is, I think he had 100 and something straight games that he played in. We were privy to that back then. They would show him on the news, and he was a legend already. So we got to see that. But he was such a great guy, and funny, and super tough and athletic, and you felt bad for him. The teams were so bad there for a while when he got started that he had a lot of miles on him before he even had a really good team to play alongside with. But he was awesome.
And then the Super Bowl shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, favorite concert of all time?
Oh, man. Oh, God. Let's see. I'm going to say 1984 84, U2 in Chicago.
Can't beat it. That's a home run right there. What are you watching on TV these days? What are you streaming?
Tiger Woods documentary. I started that. I need to finish that one. I got one more episode. A lot of true crime stuff. I just finished Night Stalker, which was terrifying. And then another good one was The Ripper. And that was another one that was a true crime in London in the early 70s, was really good.
Those are addicting, especially for guys I don't know what attracts us to crime, but whether it could be mafia, serial killers, whatever it is, but we seem to go there. So,
yes.
All right. Last question for the episode here, Jim, and then I'll let you go. But your best baseball memory ever, personal, could be anytime, little league to college to playing with the Cubby organization. What was it?
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly been fortunate enough to play and then be in this part of it. And, there's winning 4 World Series is pretty hard to beat, but there's still nothing better than being on the field. And in 1990 at Mississippi State, we finally got over the hump and made it to the College World Series. So that streak, that whole year, but that regional in Starkville in May of 1990 was just absolutely phenomenal. I'll never forget it.
What a great memory.
Mm-hmm.
What a great memory. Hey, Jim, thanks for joining us. And we're going to wish the Boston Red Sox well. And we thank you. And I wanted to get you back on again. Thanks,
John. Appreciate it. Yeah, man, anytime. This is great. Anything for you and James and Vilade Baseball Academy.
Thanks so much, Jim. Appreciate it.
You got it.